Hello everyone, today we will learn how to create new tasks in ClickUp from the items in monday.com. Now monday.com and ClickUp both are project management software, and if you use both of them for some different departments or different topics, then you might want them to collaborate together. Like whenever you create an item in the board in monday.com, you want that similar to that a task should be created in ClickUp also. But then both of these applications do not have a direct connection between them, so you have to do this work manually, and that is a very time-taking task. But let me tell you, we can actually automate this process with the help of Pabbly Connect. We will create an integration where our trigger will be creating an item in monday.com and our action will be a task created in ClickUp. Let us learn how to do it. In this video, we will learn how to add new task in your ClickUp account whenever a new item is created in your monday.com account. As you can see, I have opened my monday.com account in a tab over here, and my ClickUp account with the new leads list name is over here, and I will be doing this creation of automation with the help of Pabbly. So this is the landing page of Pabbly. On the right hand side, you can see two options over here: sign up for free and sign in. If you don't have an existing account, you have to click on sign up for free, and because I'm having one, I will click on sign in, which will take me to the login page of Pabbly. I will just click on sign in with Google, and then I will be forwarded to this page where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly to you. Today we are going to integrate two applications, or we can say we are going to connect two applications. So we will be using Pabbly Connect for that purpose. Click on access now, and I will be taken to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here, when you reach here, there is a big blue button on the right hand side where it's written create workflow. You have to click on create workflow because we will name the workflow here, and a blank workflow will be created for you. So I can say add tasks to ClickUp when new items are added to monday.com. You can give any other name, whichever you like. Click on create, and then this is the blank workflow I was talking about. Now when you see here, there are two boxes. One has written trigger and one is action. So what is a trigger and what is an action? A trigger is when this happens, which means that whichever application you are going to choose over here, it will be called your trigger application because the trigger or that event is going to take place in that application. Then there is an action application, and whatever is the action application, the action will take place in that app only. So whenever this event works, whenever this event takes place, this workflow will proceed in the direction of the action application and the action will be performed. So today our trigger application is monday.com. Why? Because as soon as a new item is created in your monday.com account, then your action application will be ClickUp because a task will be created over there automatically because of this workflow. So the first event is going to be an item created. It is new item in board. Okay. So now a webhook URL is over here. Now what is a webhook URL? Webhook URL can be called as a link which will help you in connecting your monday.com and your Pabbly Connect. Okay, so first you have to log in into monday.com account. We will follow these instructions to connect this webhook URL, or we can say to use this URL. Okay, now we have already logged in. Now on your board, you have to check the integration. See, this is an important part. Don't get confused. These are your different boards over here. Okay, now whichever, like data collection is one board. If I click on it, you can see this new board will be here in front of you. Now this is a different board. Okay, and this is a new task is a different board. Now if you want to connect your this board, then you have to click on this integrate. Now when you click on integrate, it will take you to this place where you have to search for webhooks. And see, webhooks are here. Click on webhooks, and all the options how to use webhook and when to use webhook are here. So what is the next step? Once in the integration center, click on webhooks. We did that. Choose when an item is created, send a webhook option. Why? Because whenever a new item is created, this webhook will send the data to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so when an item is created, send a webhook. The third one is the one we want. We will select add on board. Now delete this part because we have different webhook URL over here. Okay, so we will copy this webhook URL from here and then paste it in this section of the URL and then click on connect and add to board. Now see, this is working now. It is automatically on. Okay, so click on connect and add to board. We did that. Now as soon as you did that, it has started waiting for a response. So you have to go back to your monday.com account and create a new task or new item over here. Okay, so let us create a new item. Let us say it is a project of the city. So we will write it city project. Okay, now you have to assign this to a person. So you will choose a person. We are using demo user. You have to send the status. So the status has just now started. So we'll click on working on it. Okay, and then you have to assign it a date. So when the thing should be done, so we can just say till 2 it should be complete. Okay, now the second status we don't know, but we can just enter a text that what are you supposed to do for this project. Okay, so we will just write collect the data related to the deal. Okay, this is the task. Now we have done this. When we go back to Pabbly Connect, you can see that yes, the response has been captured. In this response, you all can notice that the name is city project. Okay, the ID of the event is over here. Okay, the what is the top group name, which month it has started, and what is the application. So the response has been received. But remember that the whole response could not be received because as soon as this was selected, this response went there because of this thing written over here, that is instant, which means that Pabbly Connect is going to capture an addition of new item in a board from monday.com in an instant. That means that it is not going to wait another second to wait for us to enter any more information in the same list or the same item. Okay, so we are going to put a delay over here. We are going to choose the next step as delay. Now what is a delay? Delay is a feature by Pabbly Connect which will help you in delaying the action of capturing this response for some time, whatever time you are going to assign to it. Okay, so delay until or delay for. So we are going to delay for how many minutes? You can choose hours, days, weeks accordingly. But how much time does it take to enter this whole information over here? Right, hardly 2-3 minutes. So we will enter 5 minutes for just the maximum time that we need. Okay, we need 5 minutes delay to wait for this data to be entered in monday.com. Click on save and send test request and see. Over here, the status shows success and this workflow has been delayed for 5 minutes. Not the whole workflow, but trigger has been delayed. Now click on save. And now it is time to forward this information to ClickUp. But if you see whatever information you entered the name, the assigned person, the status, the date, and the message. Now is everything over here? It's just the name. Okay, nothing else has been retrieved by Pabbly Connect. But when we add a task in our ClickUp account, we need all the details that when is it due, who has been assigned it to, right? So what are we going to do? We are going to get the information of this item by the next step we are going to add. Click on the plus and then it will open another action window for you. Here again, the application is going to be monday.com only. But our event is going to be to get the information of an item. Okay, get an item. Okay, get an item. Why? Because we are going to use this ID of the event to retrieve the information that we have entered. So click on connect. Now we don't have to use the same integration method by the webhook URL. We already have the existing connection in this workflow. So just click on save. And see, now it's created. Now the data, the board, the group, everything you have to mention properly. Okay, the board is data collection over here. No, it's new task. So we have to change it. Click to new task. Now what is the group name? The group is this month. We added it in this month only. So this is correct. And we are talking about city project. See, no ID was also required. It's just this much. Click on save and send test request and it will give you all the information related to that. First of all, the name is there. Okay. Then second, we have created time, updated time, everything. It's slight difference of the seconds is there. We took seconds. Now topic, sub item, person, whosoever it is assigned to see. It is assigned to demo user. working on it is the status. Then we have collect the data related to the deal. This was the message. So we have all the information that we entered over here. So this step is done. Click on save because we are going to use this information to map our ClickUp task. Now we have to choose the last destination of all, that is ClickUp. Okay, and the action is going to be create a task because it's just simple that we have to create a task over here. Click on connect and then click on add new connection. You have to enter the API token. So how are you going to get the API token? First, you have to log in into your ClickUp account that we have already done. Click on the profile icon at the bottom left corner and go to apps. So this is the profile bottom left corner and then you have apps over here. Then there is the API token. So regenerate a new token for a new fresh workflow, copy it, come over here and paste it over here. Now click on save and then your connection will be established. See, it's connected. These details you have to enter very specifically. What is the name of the workspace? You go back to your ClickUp account and check that yes, Ashi's workspace is what we are working on. That is correct. What is the space name? So the spaces are given over here. It's connect and the list is new leads. So the space is connect and the folder name is Pabbly leads. Inside it is new leads. So you will choose Pabbly leads and then further it will have the name as new leads because there is just one list inside it. Now what is the task name? You have to map it from the item in the board. So we can map it from here. That is city project. Now what is the description? You can add multiple things in the description and you are going to add that data using this get an item step. Okay. So what was the data? The data was first of all select that, collect the data related to the deal. This is the message you're given. Now, if you want the data to appear as one after the other, so you have to just put this opposite /n and then keep on writing in the same line. This / and n will make sure that the next line that you are writing will come under the first line. Now you write status colon and you can map the status from here. Okay. It was working on it. Okay, this was the status that is working on it. So we have mapped this data. Now who's the assignee? Assignee is Ashi only. Then no tags and no priority. You can just enter, is it high, urgent or normal? According to the due date, I think it is high. Okay, now what is the due date? Now before you enter the due date, you have the due date over here. If you click on get an item and search over here, date. So whenever is the due date you entered was March, 2nd March we entered. But remember, read down here, enter the time stamp in milliseconds. I will help you with another very easy tool. You can just add one more over here. We have the date in a different format than we want. So you have to add over here a date time formatter. Okay, now format date only because we only have the date. Now we click on connect and enter the date that has to be changed. So here you will just enter date and this is the date you want to format. Now what is the format of the date right now? It is year, month and date. So this one, the third one is year, month and date. You select that. It is in this format right now. And which format do you want it to be changed to is the timestamp in milliseconds. So the last option is the same we wanted and we will click on save and send test request. Now here is the date we want. We click on save. The result has been there. Now we will use this date to map it over here. Okay. Now for that you have to refresh this whole process a little bit. Okay. So now we have refreshed it, which will help you map the data easily. Now we have the date time formatter also in the mapping. So we will just select over here the result. This is the date we want. Okay, due date time is there. No start date was there. Start date time also, no start date time was also there. You can just select no. The status is to do. So it is just providing you that yes, this is the to do list that you want the task to be added to. Now click on save and send test request and wait for the response from the action application. And see, it's here. Now first of all, check if anywhere error or something wrong has been recorded. So that's how you will know that there is a problem, but I don't think so there is a problem. All the details have been successfully transferred to ClickUp and now there is no error written over here, which means our work has been done successfully. Now you come down, click on save and your workflow is saved. You go back to ClickUp and see, here is your new task created. The name was City Project and Thursday is the date. This is the time. We did not enter any time, so it has recorded the time on its own. Now this is collect the data related to the deal and the status is working on it. The priority is set to high, okay, and the assigned person is the username of this account. So a new task has been created automatically. So as soon as you add a new project over here, a new task will be created in this list. Okay, so this was the whole workflow. Let us do a quick recap of what we did in this workflow. Let us close all the tabs so it will be easier for us to revise. Now there were many steps in this workflow, but that doesn't make it hard. First is monday.com. That was our trigger when you added a new item in the board. For that, you use this workflow to webhook URL to connect both these applications, Pabbly Connect and our monday.com. We captured the response and then we added a delay because it will retrieve the information instantly. So we needed a delay for 5 minutes. You can enter it according to you, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever way you want. Then the action was monday.com again because we did not get the complete information in the trigger step. So we added one more action, that was to get an item. So we got the details of the whole item that we created in our monday.com account. Then came our action, that was datetime formatter. We realized it later because until and unless we will open up action as ClickUp to create a task, we won't know that in which format ClickUp wants the date to be. So we formatted our date to timestamp in milliseconds and then we used that date to enter the due date in the ClickUp action part. And then we created a task, and this is what we did manually. But once you create this, every time you add a new item over here, automatically a task will be created over here. So do this once and then forget about it because it's going to be happening automatically. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped. Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.